No, we are away. Tails off the tail. Double check the channel on that one. Either way, we've got a long left. Input 2. Go input 2. That'll go to input 1. And we are good. Yep, definitely good. Up we go. That was going to be called on the bays. Waiting on Ronnie. Round 9 of under 22 action, which is going to be absolutely exciting. Men's games here. Kingston and the Spartans of Glenochry. Interesting to see how that one turns out. Meanwhile, our next game of the night is going to see Hobart versus the Wolves in what's going to be a double header there. Kings clear the ball away now. They're going to look to try and really sneak a win here, see how they all go. Meanwhile, the Spartans potentially closing in on a finals position. Kings with the ball now, swinging around to Pawson. Been playing state league action. Stratsman ran into him in the supermarket yesterday. Didn't seem too keen to be at school. That's probably why he was in the supermarket. Nick Barker says, get out of here. Peachy down the floor now. Loses the handle, gives it up. The basket's good. They start early. 2-zip on the money. Round 9 of under 22 action here. Scotty Boucher nowhere inside. I really wish he was. Calling this game by myself. Pawson with a pull-up J from the mid-range. That's good. 2-all. Quick start here. On a traffic held up night. Taking an hour from Newtown. Ronnie's probably caught up in that same traffic. He had double duty on the schools tonight. Let's see what happens there. Step back J. Stanwicks on the buzzer is good. That one will fall. And I'm somehow going to have a co-commentator here. This is kind of creepy. She got me a Mars bar last week. She's walking over a bottle of water that isn't mine. And yes, Courtney, how may I help you?
Oh, nothing, just come and say hi.
Okay, Courtney's over here. She's no longer playing for the Kings. Kings fairly deep. Speaking to deep, that shot's good. And I'm assuming your mother has encouraged you to come over here and help me out for what is... Okay, that's got to be a foul. Is that on the floor? Yeah, it is. That'll be side ball. What brings you over here to entertain the people?
Oh, nothing really, just come to say hi.
Fair enough. Graced us with your presence. Friends over there wondering what you're doing. Mother over there sipping on coffee. Yes, well, I'm going to refrain from making comment. That could just get me in trouble. If it's going to go to air, it'll get me in trouble. Inside there, Cooper Hills, off the glass, round and round and round off the touch. That's good. Who do you reckon's going to win this one?
I don't know, I think it'll be a tough one, but I think Glenochry are going to come out on top.
Brother coming off the bench there. Jordan, he's played well, he's played some crucial minutes. He's Noah Stratsman hits that one. He's got the hands up on camera there. How have you rated his season so far?
I think he's had a great season. He's improved so much from how he started, but even though he's on the bench a lot, when he gets out on the court, he just goes and does his best.
Do you think he should be getting more time?
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
Ball stripped away there, down to Nick Barker in the short corner, takes the long J, that one's missed. Second chance opportunity there, Glenochry capitalise on that. I think we got it on camera. And who are your girls meant to be playing tonight? Do you have any idea who the Kings girls are meant to be playing?
I'm pretty sure they're playing Clarence tonight.
How do you think they'll go?
Oh, I think they're gonna play really well. Like, they're obviously a really strong team, Clarence, but I think our girls, when we need to, we really come together, and I think they can pull out a win when they really need it.
Sarcasm not greatly appreciated. Neither was that missed there by Stanwicks. Other game tonight is going to be Hobart. That one probably not going to be called. That's going to be Southern Wolves versus Hobart. Have you seen either of those teams this year?
For the girls?
The boys.
The boys. I actually watched Kings and Wolves last week play, and that was really good to watch. But I think Wolves are a really good team, but I think Clarence...
They play Hobart.
Yeah.
Have you seen Hobart's size?
Yeah.
Tallest players about your size.
Yeah, so quite short.
Probably not going to work out well for them. Anything else to add, Courtney?
Oh, not really. Just go Kings.
There we go. Thank you very much, Courtney Walker, joining us there. Jordan's sister. We're waiting on Ronnie still. He's still not here. Caught in traffic again. Double duty on the refereeing tonight, I'm pretty sure, with school basketball. Pawson down the side there. Gives it up. Ball given up again. Down the lane go the Kings. Drops the shoulder. Get out of here, he says. Don't worry about that one. That one's going to be a timeout. That'll give me time to quickly set up audio. I'll take a break on the microphone and work this one out. Here, I'll get you to hold that. Ronnie's not here. At least you can plug that straight in when he gets here. Thank you, Courtney. Shout out to Courtney's mum, who just dropped off 2 Mars bars. For those that are wondering, yes, there's one each for me and Ronnie. But no, I'm most likely to eat them both. I'm just going to say she looks really, really angry. I'll probably get a roast meal out of it. Man ain't complaining. Up and under there goes Stanwicks. That one falls down well. Connor Smith out of this team tonight. I think Liam Smith was in late as well. I don't see him playing. That one's flown into the crowd. And that one's been turned over. That one's going to go back to the Kings. Did you see any State League action on the weekend, Courtney?
No, I didn't actually. I was working all weekend, unfortunately.
Yeah, fair point. Was the money worth it?
Oh, absolutely.
At least she knows how to keep a job. Smart words there. Kings want the penetrate and dribble there. Didn't get it. Gives to Stratsma. Again, saw him in the supermarket yesterday. Isaac Collins and Jacob Richards. Jacob said study line. Everyone knows what that means. Nice up and under there. That one's gone off the ring. Beautiful shot there by the Kings. And we are 13-12, and it is actually in favour of the Kings. A little confused here. Give it a go there on the baseline. Peach, get out of here. Don't even think about it, he says. Peanut Gallery next to the commentators going absolutely off a tree. Pawson going on the inside there. Pull up Jay from 15. That's no good. Speaking of no good, apparently the Wi-Fi around the place has been dropping out. No, I don't have an answer for it. I'm not Tas Networks. Thought he travelled there. Not that Tas Networks can help. I think that's a Telstra issue. NBN, you know, all that sort of stuff. Stanwicks now guarded by Stratsma. We're in the 52 tonight, Stanwicks. I didn't think that was a thing. Courtney's just throwing cords everywhere. Thanks for that. Ronnie, trust me with this technology, and you go and break it on me. Great. It is also expensive, and I'm not dealing with that. Hesitation, dribble. Up and under, no good. Cooper Hills with the rebound. I really should have a team list now by the Kings, and I don't. That's got to be a football, and it's called. Running around in the strangest looking rest shoes I've ever seen. Not dark at all. Substitutions. That is a Wilcox coming in. Is that Joe or Dom? No. It's one of the two. Ronnie will know. It is Joe. There we go. Thank you. I hope it's Joe. Otherwise, if it's not Joe, it's Dom. We've sorted that one very quickly. Yeah, no, pretty sure it's Joe. I'll tell you what that is. That's a terrible shot. Hustle for the rebound there. Kings should be out and running. Jordan needs to get those tower waves going, get that shooting and passing arm into action. And based on what you told me last week, he has no trouble sorting that out during the week. As Stratsma goes inside, gets blocked. Everyone learned a valuable lesson there from Jordan. I won't say what. Make sure you protect your browser. That jump shot, no good. And that'll be Dom down the floor. Back 1-2. Geez, flying down. Imagine if he moved that crick as a referee. Basket and whistle would be good. It's a good shot there. 12-13. Down and out. Peach with the ball. Nick Barker down there hit a very crucial jump shot there, sending the game into OT the other day against Burnie. Got the win. Spartans struggling early in the State League. We'll get more to that when Ronnie gets on the floor. Peach misses that one. 3:39 remaining in the first. Long outlet pass there by the Kings. Got to stop. Does. Stop, pop and lock. That's good. I can feel a Mars bar coming on very, very soon. Good ball movement here by the Spartans. On what is two contrasting sets of light here at the stadium. Up and under there by Barker, no good. That 17-footer would have fallen. Head fake for nothing, but that's a lovely pass there. Not paid off. Battling for the rebounds there. It's bounced off his head, and that's going to go at the baseline. Substitutions coming in. William Smith wandering in late. He's going to end up on the bench. Who are you waving to?
Maddie.
Where's Maddie?
Up on the back bed.
Oh, there she's there. Hello to Maddie. She gave me one of the most interesting interviews in the... I didn't quite get that. She gave one of the best... Her and Rose gave one of the best interviews mid-season.
Oh, they're funny too, those ones, aren't they?
We'll put it... That's the word we'll use. Drop down. Good pass out. That'd be Dom. Gives to Peach. Floating across the lane. Missed that. Too many Chiefs, not enough Indians under the basket. And Smith gets that one done. And that's back to 1 point. 14-15. We might actually have a tight game to film for the first time all year. Struggle has been an understatement. That shot was pretty much the same, trying to get in there. Kylie McCauley's rocked up. I don't know if she realises she's not under 22 anymore. She shouldn't be playing. I tell you, I thought he walked there, didn't get called. Obviously wasn't a travel. Ref doesn't call it. Get away with it. Splits the defender there, Stratsma. He wanted to call. That one's gone out of bounds. There's young Max Davey over there. Has dominated the commentary box for most of the year. He's eyeing it off too. Has been quiet all... He's been quiet all... Oh, get out. Get stuffed. You're not allowed to do that. I can't do that on 2K, mainly because my PlayStation doesn't work. I can do that when I'm in form 3 years ago. Shot there by Stanwicks, takes the lead to 17-15. Again, Max in the house. We'll try and keep him on commentary tonight. He was doing that well. He was telling Ronnie to shut up last week. I'm 23 years old and been working with Ronnie for 3 years. I do not have the stones to say that. Max is 3 years old and told Ronnie where to go very quick. Meanwhile...
I don't know whether to find that cute or not.
Oh, it was. We can blame Scott Boucher for that. Inside pass there to Smith. Shoelace wrapped around his head. Trying not to carry that ball. Fadeaway pass down to Stanwicks. That's no good. He's hit the deck, rolled. Dropped down passing the baseline. He's managed to stay in. And that'll be the Kings there on the baseline. 4 seconds to go, 1:44 remaining. What have you liked about this game so far, Courtney? I'll tell you what you're about to like. That's your brother checking in.
Oh, look, there he is. Yeah, no, it's been a really good game. I love it when games are close. More exciting and things.
Why is he wearing your shoes?
They're obviously not my shoes.
You sure about that? I'm looking at your sneakers now, looking at what he's wearing.
I'm very sure of that.
Bro, they look very close.
No, he has too many pairs. I don't even know what kinds he has anymore. I just see him with a pair.
So if he doesn't have any spare socks, just put him next to him while he sleeps. They'll disappear. Noah Stratzman's been hit right where he shouldn't have been hit. Middle stump, as they say. Walker comes in, he floats that straight across. Got on camera. He's going to want this back. Stratzman wants it though. Not a dead eye, you know what. Hesitation there by Woolcock. He's dropped the arm there into the opponent. Not called. And that one's 1-2. Oh, good chop down, and that's a good finish there. The Kings just leaking a little bit. It'll be interesting to see how they hold up. Walking out with the ball. What's his best quality on the basketball court, Courtney?
I think he really knows how to communicate. He's very passionate on the court, and when he's on. Like, he just doesn't stop. He never gives up. He's one of those people that no matter how, like, what's happening on the court, he'll never give up. He will encourage everyone, and yeah.
Yeah, no, I probably wouldn't have said that about him on air. As long as he's able to maintain that, it'd be fine. He's got a bit of tape around the... Is that tape? It is. He's got tape on his wrist.
It's a brace.
He's got a brace on his wrist.
Something like that.
Fair enough. No comment. Inbounds pass there to Stratzma. He wants the 1-2, doesn't get it. Gets it back. Hesitation. Gets inside. Blocked out of here. Tell you what, 3 years ago, he'd have thrown his arms up in the air and whinged he didn't get a call. How do I know? Faced him in social. It was a pain. And he's given that straight up. He's had a mare of a couple of minutes. You're going to have to get off commentary here, otherwise he's just going to keep turning it over. It's a good throw down pass. That one will go off the Kings. Inside a minute here in the first quarter. I don't think you meant... Are you meant... Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Full-time game. Yes, well, that'll be a wrap. That'll be paid. Can't hold him like that. Clock's still running. Our clock is still running. The clock is stopped, finally. Do you do bench often, Courtney?
Oh, every now and then when they need someone to do, yeah.
So you don't do it very often then? Clock hasn't started, now it has. Rebound there by Stratzma. He caught one fair in the eye diddle before and is still grimacing in some sort of pain. The Mercury photographers here, this is kind of interesting. Good relocation there by the Kings. Screen on ball used. Rotated on Woolcock. That one's dribbling right out of bounds, going the other way. There we go. An honest referee. Straight off the Spartans' foot. That'll be Kings' ball on the side. 4 points. What do they need to do to get this game square, Courtney?
I wouldn't have a clue.
There we go. At least you're honest. Stratzma there, down low, playing that stretch 4-5 option. Makes that one. We're inside of 10 seconds here. They've got to get moving here. 1-2 there to Smith on the base. He's going to have to move up the floor and does. 6 seconds remaining. Spins off his opponent, drives inside, kicks out Stanwicks. He doesn't get fronted very quickly. Misses. Going to have to get that one. A good deflection by Stanwicks. That'll end the quarter. 19-17 our scoreline. Hopefully Ronnie hurries up and gets here. I'm going to smash down a Mars bar and we'll be back for the second quarter. Okay, second quarter. Great off-air conversation. Not as good as this Mars bar. Quite wrong. What does I mean, Mars bar? I am going to need a bottle of water though. Man had a nap. Went to visit an auntie who wasn't home or just simply didn't answer the door. I don't know. I'll tell you what did answer, and that was that three-point attempt. Kings are now back in the lead, 20-19, early in this second quarter. Kings wanting to be the third option in this finals series that will participate in a couple of weeks. Lovely floater there. Thought that missed everything. Nothing but net. Opposite side of the floor now. Why are Kings crowds caught? You'll be able to answer this. Why, when the girls play, are the Kings crowds the loudest possible in the state? And the second the boys play, they just fall silent.
I don't know, just I feel like girls have a lot of energy when it comes to playing sports, and like, you know, obviously girls can go like quite high pitch as well. Like, knowing me, I scream a lot, so, and then once someone starts, then everyone else just gets going.
I remember that point later games when we're listening to the Kings crowds. Nonetheless, the boys have the ball, 21-20. We'll have to get a score update on the other side there. Girls on the opposite floor. Barker battling for the board, gets it. As a big human being. Liam Smith, he comes through, gets stripped. Kingsy other way now. Barker going straight up. Dump down pass. That's a random looking alley-oop. It's missed. And he's fading away from 10 off the glass. No good. Wilcox clears it out. Goes to split the D. Changes the handle up. Nearly carries. Gets away with it. Gets it over halfway. Protects the ball. Actually not bad there. Peach and Stanwick's on the bench. 21-20 our score line. 8:30 remaining in the second. Smith goes up. Referee's blowing the whistle. He'll go to the line. Opposite side of the floor as we quickly try and get a look in on it. Where am I going? 22-27. That would suggest the Wolves are ahead of Hobart at this point. Takes it first and makes it. Where the hell is Ronnie? He's still not here. I did pick him up from the airport last night and I did see him this afternoon, so he's definitely here. He's back from Illawarra. Went and watched the Hawks play in Wollongong. Got courtside seats thanks to David McFarlane, the courtside announcer. Hooked him up with better seats than the bleachers. Wasn't allowed to scalp his ticket. I was very disappointed in him. Very disappointed at the moment to be the Kings. Started this quarter hot and a couple of turnovers. It just cost them at the moment. They're down 3. Goes inside over the corner of the Pawson. He's just subbed in. That ball's just rimmed out quickly. Wilcox there clears it out. Gives to Barker. He's going down the floor. Well, I don't know what's going on there. I thought he took 3 steps. Referee wanted none of it. Just a lot of groaning and moaning. He's back up on the floor. Kick out there. Needs to shoot. Barker follows him late. And he's missed that. Wilcox with the ball. Now we're going to try and get take 2 here, hopefully. Gets it there late. Nonetheless scores. 5-point lead now. Spartans slowly clicking everything here and there. On step down by Pawson. Again, your brother's come in for a couple of minutes. That shot there gets the lucky bounce. Your brother's actually looking a bit dejected there. He's put the singlet straight back on, Courtney. I mean, he came on and didn't do too much, but he certainly doesn't seem to be too happy with the effort he put forth.
No, he doubts himself way too much. Obviously, everyone does in sport, but...
Well, hang on. Time out. Everyone doubts themselves in sport?
Well, most people. Some people.
Continue with your point.
Anyways, no, but I feel like once he starts and gets going, once he does something good, it just goes on from there.
I'll tell you what's going to go on from there, and that's the fact that 2 Spartan boys hit the deck. Clean block, not called. Woolcock goes down. He goes up, gets caught, and that'll be an and 1 opportunity. They can't believe it. Nice bit of contact there at the rim, 2-3 times over. 27-22 our margin. Shepparton perhaps just potentially looking for a timeout. Yeah, I'm going to say so. After this one, that'll be a timeout. We'll see how that goes from there. Jack Howlett walks in. That one goes down. Is a timeout called? No timeout. We'll have to use that next. Shepherd grabbing the board. Or is that Jonty Morgan? I'm very confused. Is that Jonty Morgan or Bain Shepherd? I think that's Jonty Morgan that's coach, isn't it? It is Bain Shepherd. I thought it was. I get confused between him and Jonty Morgan. Don't know why. Woolcock up and under. Kicks out to his brother, Woolcock. No confusion there whatsoever. That dump down pass there. That one's going the other way. Liam Smith cannot believe it. Just one of the few people in Hobart that have never committed a foul or anything wrong in their life. Righto, timeout's been called. Kingston will take that back. 6:20 in the first half. Who's your tip to take the women's under-22s comp out? And why?
I don't know.
And who's their best player?
I reckon Wolves will go all the way. I think they have a very strong team, but I think, no doubt, Ellie Collins is a very dominant player. Scored, 80 points a few weeks ago, which was absolutely insane, but she's...
Dominated State League this weekend.
Oh, absolutely. She's one awesome player to watch. She's very inspiring for young girls as well, too, so I'll give her that, yeah. I reckon Wolves would take it out.
There we go, you've heard it first, the Wolves to take it out. Just noticing there, Noah Stratzmer is still down, and I'm going to suggest there's some ice in the region that you don't need it. He caught one very hard there. He has not moved from that position since being subbed off. Meanwhile, the Spartans would be pretty happy with an 8-point lead at the moment. Going to probably have to do a little bit of work to sustain that. How much work, I don't know. Next game, of course, Southern Wolves versus the Hobart Phoenix. What is Maddie on about? We'll have to get... She's hiding behind a book of some sort. Wow. I do want to eventually hear the feedback from this. But anyway, again, we're going to have... Oh, we're being stared at. That's awesome. Of course, the other matchup, as I mentioned, Southern Wolves and Hobart. That's going to be very, very interesting to see what happens. Hobart severely undersized. Southern Wolves looking to be the favourite. And anything you can divulge from that conversation? No, we'll wait. We'll wait till half time. We'll discuss that a bit later. 6:20 remaining here in the first half. No Ronnie Riggs in sight. This is a travesty at the moment. It's a one-man show with, well, we'll call it special comments. I got told I made her feel dumb off the air, but nonetheless. Good kick out pass there. Now she's abusing me. That hurt. Don't do that again. Man had a needle this week, and you're just bashing him in the arm. Thanks for that. Don't do that. Cheers. Meanwhile, Kings now with the ball. They're down 10, 32-22, and they can't afford to drop their heads anymore. They'll be in some severe trouble. Can't afford to just be playing one end of the court. Pawson inside. Don't know who he's trying to give that to. Gains it back. He's just trying to get a bit of off-season in. Hopefully the Hobart Chargers to return sooner rather than later. We'll see what happens. That's going to be a shot clock violation, even though the Spartans are taking it away. This is going to see the second set. Another substitution. Starts with stressing out on the side. He's still not in. And we'll see what's happened. So Nick goes the other side of the floor. The Spartans to inbound this. 5:35 remaining in the first half. Game style certainly slowed up here. It seems to have certainly helped the Spartans. That one's too far out of bounds. Could be Hills checking in. As one of the Wilcox heads out, that would be Joe heading out. I can't be wrong if I just use their last name, surely.
Absolutely.
Meanwhile, not much going on here for the Kings. Trying to spread the floor out a bit, but that massive open lane, you're walking straight into someone like a Nick Barker, and that's the sort of result. Pawson goes inside, won the contact and get it. Good finish there in the lane. Meanwhile, that outlet pass is quick. Blind still there by the Kings, and they're off and running. 2-on-1 situation. Drop the shoulder, somehow gets away with it. No foul paid, another blind steal attempt. Wilcox needs to slow down, not paying attention here as Pawson clears that one out. Nearly steps out of bounds. Thought he was very close. Behind the back pass. Inside, and yep, he's been caught on the body. He'll go to the line for two. 32-24, 8-point margin. What do you think the Kings need to do?
Oh, I wouldn't have a clue. I'm not.
You're literally the only person here that can help me on this call, and you're giving me absolute donuts at this point.
Literally.
Thank you for that. Appreciate your help and assistance there, Courtney.
Thanks.
Shout out to Ronnie, who's just left me floating around like the final two people off the Titanic. Yeah, sure, there's two of us to fit, but one of us has to jump off at some point. .442 remaining here in the first half. Round 9 of under-22s action. The Kings looking to probably finish around that third spot. Need to probably get a win here. Thought there was a carry. Got away with it. Up off the glass. That one's missed. Big clean rebound there by Smith. Kicks it out. They're off and running fast here. Barker didn't keep cutting to the hoop. No one knows what was going on there. Barker can't believe. I thought he was going to go straight through. Didn't. Cam Brown's returned into the game. Pawson takes the contact. Jumps sideways on the three. He was never going to make that. Cylinder principle, people. Then again, I don't play, so how can I comment? Got that one the other day. That was interesting. Meanwhile, drive pass, one on the shot clock. That's going to be... No, that one's played on. Woolcock there with the ball. Goes up and under on Pawson, misses that one. Uses his length, just not very effectively. Run a horns down play here. Look for a screen at the top and a cut to the basket. Possibly a mid-range J. Nope, goes straight to the basket. Kick out, though, which isn't bad, but it's just essentially put it straight back in the hands of the Spartans. Good defensive structure. That one's an outlet, tipped away. Kings trying to take that away. Adrian Peach going to the bench. He's going to want to spark a bit of life in there. Woolcock hits the deck. Rode the bump very nicely. That'll see Peach and Stanwick's head back in. Don't know what the hell's going on with Jack Stanwick's hair recently. He's gone the half cut, half not cut. Do you think that's a bit of a result of a bad session?
Oh, who knows? He probably just wanted a bit of a change.
Hello, what have we got here? We're going 14 on the shot clock. There we go. We'll receive that back. We've got 5 on the bench there for the Kings. We've got 3 on the bench for the Spartans. And somehow the Kings haven't been able to utilise it, and it's why. Good defence there from the Spartans. Turns that over. Stanwick's now just going at a half pace. Had an average weekend by his standards at State League. So he's going to want to use this to get into some form. That's certainly not going to help, but he gets a reshoot. Doesn't matter, hesitation gets him inside, kicks out to Peach. Kicks out to Hills. Getting good ball movement. That one's not good. Gone wide. Got to grab the ball, boys. Kicks it out. Tell you what, there's going to be a big block attempt there. That's going to be on the arms, and he'll go to the line for 2. Thought there's going to be some misery at the rim there. Nonetheless, 3:01 remaining. Scrappy game on the other side. I'm standing right near the knot, so I cannot tell you the score. But it's 32-45. Southern Wolves nearly fell through the curtain there. That would have been a scene. God forbid having to let you commentate the rest of the game, Courtney.
No.
Okay, there we go. As the viewers thought. At least you know how they're feeling. See, you get a judge of your crowd. Well done. Can't say a word. Doesn't have a microphone. Not willing to plug it in, even if she did. Ronnie's going to hopefully be here for the second half. Don't know about that though, we'll see. Inside, outside, good finish there by Hills for 10-point margin again. Inside the last 3 minutes of the first half. And the Kings really need to lift their game, otherwise it's going to be one and done in a couple of weeks' time. Pawson's going to start that nicely. He's going to have to catch fire though, and they're going to need some defence to follow that up as well. Cooper Hills now with the ball, gives to Liam Smith. His brother Connor is out for the week. Bit of a rotation policy there at the Spartans. Speaking of rotation, and that one is going to be a late call. Wanted to give him the advantage in the basket, didn't get it. And that's going to see a timeout there by the Kings. Your brother looks very set to come in. We'll see what happens there. So the timeout gets used, 2:30 remaining. Strange time to use a timeout, all considered. See what goes on from there. Can your Kings girls make finals?
I think so, yeah.
Do you think they can win it all?
Oh, absolutely.
And who's the key player in that?
Well, that's a tough one. There's quite a few players, but I think Rose is one of the key players, and Pia Rhodes. They're 2 very dominant players on the team, and I think they hold the team together quite a lot. They're very encouraging, they're supportive, and they just give it 110% while they're on the court.
What about the combination of, I think, is it Maddie Stratsma? Is it Maddie? I don't think is it Maddie Stratsma? And Holly Nash and girls like that. Geez, that'll get me in trouble. How pivotal are they just using their size?
Oh, they are very tall girls for their age. I think they're very important to the team. We have that good heart advantage, and when they're in there, they just give it their all. They're so strong when they're in the key. They can take the ball from anyone. They're really good.
Those of you wondering height-wise, had to crouch down. I was talking to a toddler for that interview. Thank you, Courtney. Don't punch me again. That will hurt. 2:30 remaining as the players have been whistled in. This has been a slow dragging second quarter. Going to need some action to really spark this one up. See what happens. We've blown that in from the baseline. No one's decided to go over to the huddles. We're trying to get bench clarification there. Kings Ring, Noah Stratsma is not moving. I reckon he's done for the afternoon. We're going to have to get an injury report from him at half time. Either that or Scott Daly can just tell us something. I don't know. We'll work it out. We'll spin the ball down there in the free throws. That is going to send Stanwicks to the line. You'd have to imagine he's going to make 2. Extend this back out to 9 points. There we go. I haven't cursed him for once on commentary. Bright yellow sneakers, which he managed to gain for free in a tour of the United States. How do I know? I spoke to his father. He's my friend on Facebook. I don't have any more on ball. He likes to drink coffee. Yes, he got the shoes for free.
Oh, wow.
That's what happens when you're good at it.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like you with your netball, you get a lot of stuff for free.
No.
You don't?
Hell no.
Oh. So you're not really that good at netball?
No, I don't think so.
We're talking to someone who was What was it? Div, well, I don't know. That one's gone to fine Ronnie. Is it Div 1 or Div 2 best and fairest that you won, Courtney?
First grade best and fairest.
It's not that good though, people. Just the equivalent of... and is that in the Premier Hobart competition? Or the Premier Kingston competition?
That's for Kingston Blue, so it's like the Tassie Netball Association.
The entire state?
Pretty much.
And you won the best and fairest for the team or the league?
My team.
Oh, right, that changes a bit. Oh, hello, that's a nice big rat contest. That'll be on the floor. Gave him no time to land. That basket won't count. But where did your team finish?
We finished second. We were runners up in the grand final.
Best player on the second best team. Something tells me that you go okay at the sport. Are you a shooter?
No.
What do you play?
I'm a centre court.
That would make sense. I can't imagine you being able to successfully shoot over most of the defenders who...
Way too short to be a defender and a shooter, so...
You're not too short to be a defender. Defence is all about heart.
That's true.
They might get pissed off when you pinch them and scratch them, but it's just a tactic you got to use. There's Walker. Bang! He's got that one on camera. He's going to try and spark some energy into this squad. Back to 10 points now. I thought that was a 3. No, marked as a 2. Back to 11. Stanwicks for 3. Gets Pawson on skates. And good hands there. He's going to try and drive in there, Walker. Does. Uses the glass well. No, hang on. You've pressed the wrong button there, Kelly Stanwicks. Please keep your finger off the buzzer. And he's come out and sparked this team really well. And they've put the score on the wrong side, I think. Yep. There we go. Now we go to the line for 2 clock. Clock. Can we get the clock to stop? Clock. Let's stop the clock. There we go. Substitution. We don't know what's going on here. Your brother's come in and created some energy.
Yeah. No, it's really good to see that on the court.
Where else would he be bringing energy?
Oh, haha.
Well, he waved towels. I mean, I'm assuming that's what you're getting at. I hope that's what you're getting at. And he is your brother after all. That's kind of creepy. 55.3 remaining. And that is meant to be, I believe, 31-40. Don't take that as anything serious on the scoreboard. That one misses. Clock is away. The amount of times I used to have to yell that in Queenstown with incompetent people on the bench. Tell you what's not incompetent, though. That's the drive. That was unbelievable. Scoreboard is now officially correct, 42-31. Always works itself out. In the end, as Stanwicks tips that away, and he's tipped that straight into his mother's lap. Yes? You had a parting comment?
Oh, no, I was saying the clock. Oh. The clock is running.
There we go. Wonderful insight. Thank you for that. Doing very well. Someone get Max Davey over here as soon as possible, please. That pass is no good. That's an outlet. That was near Woolcock to Woolcock. Doesn't matter. That one's gone out of bounds. 26 seconds remaining in the first half. Please tell me that. No, that's not Ronnie. That looks to be Mr. Brown, actually. I think it is. I'm not too sure. We'll work that one out. It is. Thank you. 26 seconds remaining. 42-31. That one kicked Cooper Hill's relocation. Stanwicks. Good footwork there on the change-up. That's beautiful. Did not look like missing. There's Walker now with the ball. He gets up the floor. Needs to split the defender. Does, but needs to get the ball. Can't get back over that back court line. Doesn't. Bail out pass. 10 seconds to go. Kick out. Drops the ball. That is not a travel. Got rid of it. You people need to know what you're looking at. I know what I'm looking at, and that one's missed. Straight up. Oh, lovely. Good finish there, the Kings, and at half-time, that's going to see the margin sitting at just 12, 45-33. Hopefully Ronnie's not too far away, and we'll be back for the second half of this one shortly. The second half underway, and we've just had the referee tell us the next game's going to be an awesome game. Courtney, what do you think about that?
Depends which game he's on. Is he on the men's game?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Should be an interesting game.
He said awesome game, not interesting. Everyone knows it's going to be interesting. I think interesting is going to be the margin. Told me not to ask any more questions, and I'm really bemused at that. You're there holding a microphone still. And yeah, see, no, that just doesn't cut it. Good pass down. Stripped away, didn't quite fall. He is on his way though, Ronnie. Something tells me that he snuck to Lonnie to enjoy the freshness of the now Uber Eats delivering system they've got. On system finally catching up with the world. Can't say much for us. Jordan Walker, nothing but backboard. Could only dream of hitting the net on that shot. Good stop and pop there by Wilcox. Managed to slow the pace of the offense down. Stanwicks to Wilcox again. His brother under the baseline. Can't find him. Does now. Good pass down. Good movement here by the Spartans. They've got 9 seconds to get something done. They're moving very smoothly. That's the shot they wanted. Well, it's the shot they got anyway. Peach in the fadeaway. Shoot up when you fade away. Doesn't do that. Gives to Stanwicks. Near steps out of bounds. Just had that heel up. Good pass there, Woolcock. Can't handle that one. 6 seconds to go. Need to get something. Cooper Hills for 3. He's not afraid to shoot. After that effort, he might think secondly, though. Might think twice about it, even. Might think secondly. Never heard of that one. Pawson with the ball. Kicks over the lane. Kings need to get something early. 8:43. What do you think the coach said in the timeout, Courtney?
Oh, I don't know. I wouldn't have a clue.
Come on, you've played basketball before. What would Coach Nash say in the just quickly? What would Coach Nash say in a huddle like that? You're down 12 and you really got to draw some energy to the game.
Oh, we really need to work on our defensive pressure. So maybe man up, work on our 2-2-1 press, and once that gets going, then hopefully we're on a roll from there.
Defense into offense.
I think when we actually need to work on calling plays instead of just running up the court and just passing the ball along. We need to actually set up some plays and be able to work as a team.
There we go. We're going to need some structure. Ronnie's finally here. Courtney, thank you very much for holding the microphone for us. We'll pass that one. Ronnie will flick into audio input 1 as we try and get there. Ronnie's had a big day, probably stuck in traffic like the rest of us.
I've got a clear run.
You got a clear run. Thanks for joining us, Courtney.
All good, thanks.
There we go. Courtney Walker providing minimal special comments there, what she could understand, Ronnie. And you haven't really missed much here. The Kings slowly trying to battle back into it, but it's sort of been since the end of the first quarter there. It's sort of been all the Spartans.
Well, it goes to show that, some of these boys are bouncing back from a tough weekend of State League.
Can you get me a bottle of water, please?
As
Thanks,
JB just asked for complimentary concierge service. As I said, some of these boys would be, having their first loss for quite some time because there's such been a successful group that they haven't tasted that kind of losing side of stuff before. So half this team that played State League over the weekend using their probably anger and frustration out tonight to get one back.
There you can see just an easy steal on the baseline. Just quickly, Ronnie, we have been given gifts. Courtney's mum delivering you a Mars bar as well.
Oh, beautiful, lovely. Thank you very much.
Yes, no, we called that one early. Ronnie getting a clear run of traffic, unlike me, who left Newtown at 5 and set the camera up and pressed play as the ball went in the air from the referee. So you got it a little easier tonight, Ronnie, but I was going to be in Kingston earlier, however the auntie wasn't home. So
there you go.
Got to her house, went home, had lunch, had a nap, left at 5, got here at 6.
There you go. The afternoon JB, I had 2 games I had to ref in school basketball, and we had a player that went down with an injury, and that held us up for a bit in the second game, but she's doing okay now.
What sort of injury? Can we get a diagnosis, Ronnie?
As Joe Woolcock makes the 2. Sprained ankle as she come down after getting fouled on a 3-point shot, which I counted because it went in off glass.
The bank was open late.
The bank was open.
Needed to be to fund those medical bills. And just quickly, Ronnie, as you mentioned, injury, Noah Stratzma hurt his groin in the first quarter. Has not been seen since. He's down there with a hoodie on and feeling very sad and sorry for himself.
Well, I was going to say, when I see Noah with that look, it tells me that he's not coming back into the game anytime soon, JB. So you're pretty much spot on with the assessment there.
Yeah, no, he's been trying to stretch it out a bit.
And he's taken off the shoelaces, so that's a sign that he's done.
Yeah, no, he had some. He's trying to stretch out and have some ice. I can't imagine ice in that particular area was welcome. Seemed to be a groin-related injury. We'll get more on that later. But no, the Spartans just really in control of this game, and the Kings, unfortunately, just unable to get a spark, really. That one's going to be contact. Not called. Wanted that in the steps. And our next game coming up after this one, Ronnie, could be a massacre of sorts. It's going to be Southern Wolves versus Hobart. And if Southern Wolves come in with any sort of intent, I can't see that game. I mean, Luke Brown being here might change things a little bit, but I can't see that game being any closer than perhaps 40 points.
Yeah, I mean, geez, we've seen some lopsided results over the weekend, JB, and I've seen some close games elsewhere around the country as well too. So, but tonight will prove to be a tough one for Hobart Phoenix.
Yeah, it looked like we were going to get a close one here early. It is back to 12 as Peach gets that one quickly on the inbound. Because young Hobart superstar Maxie Schultz walks in with his grandfather. So Murray bringing him in tonight. Interesting to see how he performs. That one's going to be a foul on the play. Interesting to see how Hobart go tonight. Substitutions now for the Kings on the far side, Ronnie. We get through the knot here. 52-67, and that one's in favour of the Southern Wolves. Yes, all good. I did get on top of that.
Yeah, no.
We were originally running with internals, so there'll be a minimal amount of commentary at the very beginning of the game, but that's about it. Quick inside pass there. Woolcock round the world twice and gets it to fall.
Yeah, good shot there by Joe. Knocking that one down.
Managed to get that one to drop. 5:47 here in the third quarter. And that one's long, not long enough. Taken away there by Peach. Barker on the bench. He's not playing restricted, there's for sure. He's attacked the rim well. A lot of blocks early. They're just no real answer for him. Taken away by Wilcox at the back. Got all ball. Stanwicks wanted to go over the top. Didn't get it done as Peach clears the ball. Had the outlet pass there. Smith not with his hand up. Rich Ward walking in there, Taya Stevenson. And it looks like Taya's potential got the shorts on there, Ronnie. Could we see her play tonight?
She might be well suiting up. We'll keep an eye on that one, JB, but it would be good to see Taya back on court finally.
It's going to be very, very a quick turnaround. I don't think we've seen Taya all season.
No, we haven't.
Not in the under-22s anyway.
No, well, she's been, unfortunately, she's had a bad run of injuries as the layup goes there for the Kings, but yeah, she had a bad run, and hopefully this is the start of something good now for her as we come into the predominant off-season for elite level.
Yeah, and hopefully there's some good news in the coming weeks for the elite level. Hopefully they've got a clearer pathway next year, but I'm sure we'll hear something about that in the near future on it.
Absolutely. Stay tuned on Chargers TV for that one, JB.
As the ball comes back down the floor. Hello, we do have a bottle of water. Thank you, Courtney.
Oh, good call.
Absolute darling. Looked after us very well the last couple of weeks. Is that Mount Franklin? Very good. I wouldn't have accepted it. It's cheap, and that way I don't owe you as much money back. Thank you for that. $3. Can you put it in the bag, please? I have my hand occupied. We got a coffee as well.
Giving him free service here now.
Why, do you want something?
Yeah, we've given it.
I've got it. It's in my pocket at the moment.
Yes, no, we've looked after well here, Ronnie. We started to deliver started to get a bit of recognition and somewhat payment for our efforts. It's a tough shot, but no, it's funny. I did mention to Courtney's mum, Erica, only the other day when I seen her at State League. She looked a little displeased with me. It sort of scared me a little bit, and I think a bit of a sympathetic Mars bar, but nonetheless, I might tell her that she really frightens me. See if we get a roast meal out of it, Ronnie.
Just goes to show there are some nice people around this town, isn't it?
Absolutely. I wouldn't put either of us in that. No, I definitely would put us in that category. Skipping the ball around now, the Spartans. 3:30 remaining in the third. 57-41. Stanwicks wanting to extend that one. It's almost all over Red Rover. I can't see this one getting much closer from here as the hands go in. Smith and Stanwicks. Good pass there. Short corner shot. That's missed. Another miss there, and that's been the story of the night, unfortunately, Ronnie, with no Noah Stratzman. They're missing that mid-range, and unfortunately, that stretch 4, stretch 5 in the lane, and that one's gone down. Yep. No chance there. That'll be on the baseline. No good.
Pawson's trying to go for mark of the year down there. Just couldn't contain his composure on the jump, and he took out Joe Woolcock in the process.
Speaking of mark of the year, the Catters taking the 4 times in Kilda best and fairest, Jack Stevenson on the trade there, Ronnie.
Yes, I was slightly wary of that today. That's not a bad pickup for us. So
not bad.
Hopefully,
certainly most people would describe it as very good.
For one that doesn't follow football that seriously, yes.
You won't be complaining, Ronald. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, we won't complain. If I'm hearing good things about him, and you're saying it as a passionate Richmond supporter and a passionate AFL person.
Oh, good ball fake.
Then absolutely we'll take it.
Mad Wednesday in a sense. The trade period only being allowed 3 till 7 rather than 9 till 3 for the AFL. Barker gets up there again. He doesn't get that one though.
Obviously, not AFL not allowing clubs to have school hours.
No, actually, they basically restricted all trades to happen 3 till 7. I think that was.
Jeez.
I think that was more of a fact for a bit of media money there myself. But
yes.
as you can imagine, battling for the late night market. Barker thought he was stripped there. He's not happy about that. He doesn't seem very happy at all. Hit the key bucket to send it to overtime the other day. The Spartans go up there. Basket there by the Kings inside 2 minutes. That one's out there. Woolcock gets up. Oh, against the glass. That was a nice block as well. Incidental contact after. And we're just a bit back and forward here. The Spartans want to slow it down and get into a set. Decent look at the tape for some of these young blokes. Kicks out to Barker. Not quite in the spot he wanted to be. He still might take it though. Oh, gets inside to where he wants to be. Screen effort there. Oh, drop down on the ball. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. There's Barker. Doesn't mind that. hits the rim, play on. And we get a 24 on that one. As you've seen so far, Ronnie, as the Kings get up in there, fouled. What do you think the Kings need to do here? I mean, they seem to be leaking quick, fast break points. They're not finishing at the rim. Is it an execution thing? Is it a timing thing? What do they need to do?
I think it's a bit of both, isn't it? It's really for the Kings. They just need to get back into some structure. Obviously, Coach Bain Shepherd over there needs to probably just tell these guys, hey, let's get into a bit of flow action, try to move that ball from side to side and make things happen. They've just got to, and get back on transition defence as well too. Obviously, not allow that break to happen for the Spartans. Just quickly, the Spartans on that last offensive possession over-dribbled too much. Should have got a shot up a little bit more quicker.
Nice to see from Ronnie Riggs again. Our second game tonight, Southern Wolves versus Hobart. It's going to be interesting to see how that goes. We haven't managed to film a close game at all. They wanted to travel, and they've actually called the foul there. That one on a reach in.
Well, they've called it on young Elroy Shepherd. Yeah. I don't know what Elroy did there. There wasn't much in that, to be quite honest with you.
I believe Elroy wanted to ask the question. How polite he was going to ask the question is a question in of itself.
Yes, of course.
As you can see Elroy's father there. There's an acrobatic finish, just didn't pay off. There's Elroy there losing the handle. They need to get the ball off the floor here, the Kings. As I said, get into a set. That's a nice jumper though. If only it was another 3 feet longer.
Yes.
Might have been a chance. That one's nice though. Oh, the players come down on him. That's got to be a foul.
And that's a little bit more better from the Kings there. They've just slowed it down, one pass, they've got a good look out at and then good eye board. Quickly on Elroy Shepherd, he'll be thriving from his state league experience and bringing that into here tonight, I'm sure. So we've seen some good opportunity minutes-wise here.
Pawson, he's playing for Clarence in the state league. He's missed that one.
Yeah, it's funny how it is. They'll play for one club at senior level, but then at the under-22 level, they're back here with their original club. So obviously the permit stuff is a goer within the state league. I
find it quite ironic that there are a few teams around the Hobart area who have a mix of 3 to 4 clubs, yet apparently it's distasteful when Launceston seem to do the same thing. Nonetheless, that's a topic for another day.
That is a topic for another day, JB, yes. So we won't get into north-south divide there.
No, absolutely not. We don't need to debate the fact that no one likes Cascade. Still taken away there by Wilcox.
Shout out to James Smokes Premium.
Pawson has just dropped his head there. He's not looking happy at all. Inside the last 10 seconds, it's a 15-point game. Third quarter, and he's going to want to get something done here. Taken away there by Barker. So that one's going to be a jump ball, it is. That'll be King's ball. 0.9 seconds remaining. Can't see much coming out of this possession as we get ready to head into three-quarter time.
It needs to be a catch and shoot here and pray for a miracle.
There it is. That's no good. And three-quarter time says 61-46. We'll come back with the last quarter momentarily. The last quarter about to start. 61-46. Liam, can you hit 80 points for us? Okay, fair enough. I meant the team, not you, brother. So we continue on. Skip pass there, Wilcock to Wilcock. Smith wanted that ball, ran baseline, didn't get it. That one to Barker in the short corner. And again, more ball movement here by the Spartans. Looking to go through. Pawson getting in front. Smith pulling up. Jumper, that's good. Big finish there. 63-46. And another blowout game here to open up round 9, I should say. Give and go there. Going inside of the Kings. That's a big finish down low on the block. The Spartans need to respond to it. It's a trap coming in from the Kings. Again, thought they were going to run a little bit more the way they certainly started their season. We haven't seen much of that here. That's down and out. Good reflection there by Elroy Shepherd, who burst through. Taken on the hip, and they'll call that. I'm not going to pay that. That one will come back through. 15 points our margin here early in the last quarter. Round 9. You'd imagine that the Spartans are going to probably sneak through here to the unders grand final. They'll most likely play Southern Wolves. Kings probably playing for third place here. They're going to have to really lift their game as Elroy Shepherd knocks that one down very, very nicely. Trapping defence here by the Kings though. They're going to have to pass over the top, and they do. They manage to keep that ball in. That one's late. Gives to Barker down low. Not used. That'll be Wilcox straight down the lane. It's Twin on the other side. And again, back to 15 points. Kings have cracked 50 tonight. It'll be interesting to see much more they can add to that. Good defence there. Passing motion by the Kings. No good. And they're away. Hesitation dribble gets him up the floor quickly. Wilcock now with the ball. Needs to take the opponent. Does. Went to use the glass. Thought he was checked on the hip. nonetheless gets away with it. Pawson wanting to take his defender out. Good pass down there. Up and under. Blocked from behind is no good. Great finish by the Kings at the hoop. Just bringing a little bit of energy, and I wouldn't be shocked to see Jordan Walker potentially getting into this squad a little bit here very soon. Ball movement by the Spartans. Go off the low block, they say. Misses that one. Stripped away on the baseline, though. That one's going to be knocked away from Woolcock. 65-52, 13-point margin as Pawson heading up the side of the floor. Again, round 10 next week. That'll be our final coverage of the league until finals. And that'll be a women's action. We'll see how they match up there. Barker heads down. Good cut, lazy pass. And again, Kings looking to break this down, wanting to get this back inside to 10 points. Pawson's done just that with that shot. That's a good start. The Spartans are going to have to work through this. It's now 10 points. It's potentially going to be the closest game we've filmed all year. The Woolcock skip pass there. Smith to Barker. Back to Woolcock going down the lane. That one's been stripped. The Kings want it. They don't get it. That'll be Spartans' ball. 7:34 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Barker wanted the ball. Got to get it in. Does. Open three. No good. Flat. Taken away by Pawson. Rebound gets up the floor. Quick and stylish. Average near 30 this year in Premier League as that one goes out. Kings to remain possession of the ball. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Other side of the floor just quickly. 68-86 in favour of the Southern Wolves. So Hobart putting up an 18-point fight there after surprisingly getting the win last time they played. Molly sent it out, of course, with ankle injuries there. Actually looks to be Max's auntie over the other side there, Deb, I'm pretty sure. No doubt coming to support the young fella. We'll see how that goes. Nick Barker inbound the ball, gives to Woolcock, who kicks the ball over. They're passing out of this well, and that one's taken away. Good deflection there by the Kings. There goes the phone. I might have to check that. Substitution. Got plenty of time, I will. Oh, be fair. Shout out. We've just received an engagement party invite. That's very handy. We'll see how that goes. Liam Smith knocks that one down. The phone going off in the background. Shout out to Jack. Thanks very much on that one. Free piss on a Dilga. You'll never ever see that again. Probably to be a 1 beer limit budget, but nonetheless, thanks in advance. Cooper Hills now with the ball. 12-point margin. The Spartans need to get this over. That's going to be a foot violation in the back court too. Substitutions taking place as Stanwicks checks in. Again, 6:53 remaining here in the last, and the Kings are just trying to put one more run in. Look for them to inject some fast-paced action very soon. 24 seconds in the backcourt. They're very lucky here. The Spartans can just reset and go again. Ball kicks over to Cooper Hills. Running around on the L. Stanwicks wanting to get inside. He doesn't have any help though. Isolation dribble, gets inside, trying to bust through, gives to Barker. Around that 16-foot mark, gets inside a little earlier, up and under and good. That's a big finish there. We're going to see how the Kings can answer to that. I've just punted the tripod. Apologies to the viewers there. That one goes inside, kick out. Long three for the Kings. They needed that to fall, they don't. Stanwicks just getting there, gets his finger to it. Oh, he was unlucky. That's come off his hands. We've actually got some debate there. There we go, finally called. And I don't think I've seen a greater delay in someone calling it the other way off the opposition. Nick Barker blind there, no foul called. Gets away with that one, lets him pass once he beat him, and finishes there on a 15-footer. The Kings slowly trying to drag this one back. That one kicked out. Going to need to get some work here. Stanwicks kicks the ball over again. Shot there, Woolcock. No, he's dumped down past there. He's unsuccessful. We're going to break away with this one here as Elroy Smith goes to the spin, barrels inside, gets a defender. Up and under, misses that one. That one's fouled on the body. I filmed after the referee on the call there, and we'll go to the line for 2:5:48. And as they head out there, it'll be interesting to see how we go. Have to see Dwayne Davey very soon. Sarah's going to want footage of this game. Can't imagine he's going to want too much footage based on the possible outcome of the game. 69-58. This to make it a 10-point ball game. And that has not fallen. Taken away by Cooper Hills. The clock has restarted. It's going to be interesting to see just how this one continues to finish and pan out. Had running for a quarter, maybe. So he continues to go. That one heads away. 15-footer not taking hesitation dribble. Good dump down pass, however, that's hit Elroy Shepherd. I believe it's Elroy Shepherd. A couple of long-haired fellas out there, it's hard to check. Pawson goes up, gets met at the rim too. Get out of here, he says, Nick Barker. Continuing down here, Jack Stanwicks getting on the inside, takes the strip. Stripped away, I should say, and the Kings now are going to run with the ball. 2 on 2, just going to slow it down into the half court. Kick over there, Shepherd. He's going to get inside. He doesn't mind it. He's rolled heavy. No foul called. Thought it was all ball. Didn't look like too much. A lot of dramatic effect on that one. 69-58. 5 minutes exactly remaining. And that looks to be final scores on the other side. We'll get to that one in a second. They're away here, the Spartans. This one's coming down the lane. Clean as a whistle. Let's have a look. Yeah, it was. Final scores and they've just wiped it. I don't know what's going on there. That's Brad Simmons. He's actually the coach of the Southern Wolves. And he's walked away from that one quickly. I just wonder whether he's been teched at any point. Don't know what's going on there. Scrappy affair on this court, however. 4.5 remaining in the fourth quarter. The Spartans wanting to go inside. Jump into the defender. Takes the contact, but a good finish there. 22-58, so it's a 14-point margin here, and the Kings need to hit something or get something working quickly. Time is officially against them. Haven't utilised the bench much. Nice floater down the lane. That's got absolutely nothing. Kick to the corner. Shot. 3. No good. Rebound to the Spartans. Taken away through Hills. Dribble up the ball. Peach down the lane. Haven't seen him for a long time into this game. And he's just taking it easy. A key member of their Div 1 side. Or certainly their State League side and their Premier League side. They wanted to kick the ball over. Does. That one's just gone floating straight out of bounds. And that one's actually been waved as a Kings ball. And a timeout is taken by the Kings. It's a timeout blue. Referees are going to concur. We're just going to see what's going on here. I think they're going to run with it. Both referees have called the one's call. I can't see it done anywhere else. 3:53 remaining with a warm-up on the other side of the court. Southern Wolves getting a quick win on the opposite side of the floor. And that'll be Clarence versus the Kings over there. So we'll see how that one pans out. Still 7 minutes until that one gets underway. Again, second game here will be Hobart versus Southern Wolves. That's the one. There we go. Got there eventually. It's interesting to see how that one turns up as Isaac Collins strolls across screen. Interesting to see what he gets in. Getting back into it now, but dead air, but not much to talk about. Wolves getting away with the victory on the other side of the floor there. Kings to inbound this ball. Spartans weren't very happy with that. Ronnie is getting back to us.
Yes. Sorry, we were just
having
in
a lovely conversation there with Babs.
Had a good conversation.
Reminiscing about the success of Ruben Woolcock, of whom they've had a big hand to play in.
Absolutely. Both myself and Babs have had a very good contribution to Ruben's upbringing as a referee, and we're really pleased to see him referee live at Wollongong on Monday night, where he officiated Illawarra and Cairns and did a really good job. In a tough game it was, Chobe, as Peach knocks down the 2, and no, we're both very proud of where he's come from all these junior days here to now to the big smoke in the NBL. So shout out to Ruben. I know we wouldn't watch the broadcast, but you know, if we'd seen the link, you might tune into the first 30 seconds of what we just said.
Might even just snap him up the lovely praise we've given him as well.
Yes.
But, I mean, his brothers Dom and Joe, they're doing some reffing as well. locally. You've got Jack doing refereeing as well. An entire brotherhood, so to speak, of referees.
It is. It's a great refereeing family in some ways, JB, because they're virtually, one's on NBL 1 at the moment, which is Jack. The other two, Dom and Joe, they're working their way through the pathway with National Junior Championship. So if they stick with it, sky's the limit with those three. They can certainly make it to the highest level they possibly can. But they've got to work hard like their elders did, and you never know. See what happens.
Shot clock violation there, 2:30 remaining. It's a substitution both ways, 75-58. From what you've been able to sort of see this last quarter, Ronnie, what are you made of it?
Well, certainly Kingston, just haven't been there tonight. I mean, the loss of Strathmore and they just haven't been able to, they just haven't got within that arm's reach. That margin has been out of double digits all game now for the half that I've seen. So it's been a tough night for Kingston, but Glenochry have bounced back, certainly with half their squad coming off some losses at State League.
Good defence there from the Spartans, resulting in another basket. That's a 20-point mark. Should be, is it meant to be? No, it's not. It is 19.
Yeah, 19.
Thought we were meant to be at 20 nonetheless.
Yeah, we're 15 3/4 time. It really hasn't changed, has it?
No, not much movement. The Kings brought it within 10. They just haven't been able to do much, and it's the instances like that. They just fumble, fart around under the basket.
It seems like Glenochry have had the answers all night, where Kingston have kind of asked a few questions, but haven't asked enough, so to speak, Jobo.
Yeah, it hasn't been a significant impact player either for the Spartans. It's just really been a solid team effort, and at the end of the day, you'll win a game like that 9 times out of 10. Peach with the defence there gets the result he wanted. Spartans down the floor with the Woolcocks. Back to Stanwicks, goes upstairs, doesn't get the dunk, in fact blows the layup.
So sorry, JB, finish off.
That's just a foul on Pawson on the baseline, as you were saying, Ronnie.
I was just going to say, young Jack's had a bit of an off kind of few days. I mean, he wasn't on song much at State
Let's
League.
be honest, he had a very average State League.
Yeah, very average, and I think that he's just in a bit of a shooting slump at the moment. Good old Jack.
He cut his hair and his form went with it. Oh, I thought Dom nearly went up on 2 feet there. Got away with that. Gives it to Cooper Hills, who scores there. No, as we mentioned though, the Spartans just trying to bounce back. I mean, Stanwicks hasn't even been able to find some basic shooting stroke tonight, and surprisingly they're going to run away with this game by over 20 points, you'd think, as the ball gets down the floor. I say that, and he's likely to just drop a shot here in a second, such is his ability. And there you go, normally those would fall, but again, just one of those nights as the Kings come down the floor. Peach takes the opponent there, and that's a wonderful rebound there by Woolcocks. He's up, down, low there, got away with that one as well. Good defence there. Getting inside the last minute here and slowly letting this one run down. Hesitation, thought he lifted the pivot.
Yeah, good cut there by Cooper Hills. Yeah, and good patience there by Dom Woolcock as well too, just waiting for that colour to come through, feeding nicely.
Inside go the Kings, they've missed another one. The story of their night, just can't execute from in close. As Parsons knocked that one over.
I was going to say, that's one that I want to see Nathan O'Meara make a few more times more out of 10 than what he is currently at the moment, JB. Just Eliza Bandicoot.
She's got the limp on, actually, so this is going to be interesting. Sneak in here, Eliza. We've got 49 seconds of this one. It's over, Red Rover. How did your game go tonight?
Not so good.
Why not so good?
We lost by about, was it 13 in the end, Lydia? No, it was 13.
So 13 to 15 points is your margin. That's your range. What went wrong?
A lot.
And what's a lot? So you've got a limp up. Are you injured?
I think I am.
Knee or ankle?
Actually, hamstring.
Hamstring. Well, okay, that's certainly not good. You've got State League in a couple of weeks. Going to want that healed. You've got a big round 10 game next week as well. And we still don't know whether you're playing that either. Lydia, if we can just grab you quickly, what do you need to improve on as a team heading into next week? Having more players. Girls, we'll leave you with it. You're a bit disjointed and banged up and injured. You're running around in pick Uggies, so there's not much more I can really do with that. We'll leave you to it as Stanwicks goes inside, wants to finish big. That one won't even count. It does. It's been waved as good. I don't know how that's been waved as good, but fair enough. They're actually arguing this, and that's understandable, though. There was no way I thought that was good. Anyway, Ronnie, they've managed to blow this out. 27 points. Spartans win 85-58. I'm going to check whether the next team's going to want footage of this, and we'll see how we go.